Louis Weiner, Aztec Solene here with Reese Waters. So, Reese, a year ago, I was in Vegas for Mountain West Conference Media Days. You were there with Miles Bird and Coach Dutcher, and you talked to the media as if things were okay. And then a few days later, it seems all of a sudden your season ended. So what happened? Did you know at that point that there was a problem, or was it really after media days where things kind of went wrong?
I knew I was injured. I knew I was injured October 8th because that was the day. I didn't get confirmation, though, until after I came back from media day. But I knew something was wrong for sure.
So how was that for you, having been through that and then finding out that, I don't know if you knew the whole season was lost at that point, but that must have been a difficult situation for you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely knew something wasn't right. It wasn't a pulling feeling or anything sore. It was a sharp feeling, so I knew it was definitely my bone. But it was frustrating at first, gradually, probably around like when I got able to get back on the court. Physically, I was good. When I feel like I was all the way back mentally, probably around like May or June. I felt like I was mentally focused and back and ready to play.
What part of your game did you work on most while you were getting back to training?
I think a lot of it was like movement. When I was getting back into being able to shoot and being able to work out, was definitely just my movement and getting my timing right, getting used to playing again with the basketball and moving without the basketball, playing defense. Playing defense was definitely the hardest, though, because you have to get back to being able to make quick decisions while trying to stop somebody else from scoring. So that was definitely the hardest part.
Especially playing for Coach Dutcher, we're a defense-minded team. That must be really focused for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So you were the Pac-12 Sixth Man of the Year a few years ago, and you've also started. What do you prefer? Do you prefer starting or coming off the bench?
I liked starting more, but when I was at SC, I still had starter minutes. I just came off the bench. So for me, it was more just about the minutes I got. Obviously, you'd love to be the starter because you love to be one of the five that get out there first and be able to impact the game first early on. So every player, I think, would say starter.
A couple of years ago, when you were playing first half of the season, you had a great first half. Then conference play came. You seemed to struggle with some injuries. Do you feel you've kind of gotten past that? That must have been difficult that season.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I've heard that a lot, that I was injured and that's what kind of like slowed me down. But I don't think it had anything to do with that. It was my first time playing the conference, and it was a different conference, obviously, than the Pac-12. It was a little difficult just to, especially being one of the main guys or one of the scorers. It was definitely difficult being able to, like, know the game plan going in and be able to execute it while people are trying to stop you from doing what you know how to do. And it was the first time I've been in that position, so I just struggled at it. And, now that I watch film a lot, and I know my game and I'm more mature and older, it would definitely be easier for me.
So you had some options coming back. You could have gone pro, you could have transferred, and you decided to stay here at San Diego State. Was that a tough decision, and why did you make that decision?
No, I mean, it wouldn't have been smart for me to go pro without showing, what I could do at my best. And in terms of transferring, I'm not leaving for money or whatever somebody can offer me that you could easily take back, or is something that's just materialistic or can go away. I think the lessons I learned here from the people that are here are very important, and I think that's more valuable than anything you could just give me that's, material or something that I'll just have for a certain amount of time.
So what are your strengths coming back? What do you think you're best at on the court?
I would just say being mature and making mature decisions. I'm still a player, so I'm going to make decisions that to the public may be like, why would he shoot that, or why did he pass that? And I think that's part of basketball, is your creativity and not everybody understanding it. But being older and having sat out a year, I'll definitely be able to be, a better player than I was in terms of my decision making, my shot making ability, and just playing with more confidence.
And on the other side, what do you feel you still need to work on and get better at?
Everything. I think, I don't think there's one thing that, I would choose over anything else. I still need to work on my ball handle, my shooting, my free throws, and everything that has to do with basketball. The one things I can control for sure is my effort and how hard I play. And I don't think that'll ever change, but everything else got to get better for sure.
So you got to play with Coach Dutcher a couple of years ago, and last year you got to watch the whole year with Coach Dutcher. What is about him, because you've seen it now on both sides, that makes him such a great coach?
His ability to understand every player in a different way. I think a lot of people, and I'm one of those people, where I wouldn't say anymore, but I used to be a person that I only looked at things in the black and white, and he looks in the gray area. He's not somebody that is going to judge you off of what you do. He always wants the best for you. And, he knows how to talk to each and every person differently and how to get his message across without you taking it personal or taking it in a way that you feel like he's attacking you. And I think he's really good at that, and he's a great coach, one of the best to do it. And I'm very appreciative of him.
Got some new guys coming in. I talked to Latrell Davis a few minutes ago, Sean Newman. What is it about these guys coming in from other programs that you think they'll be able to help immediately?
Just their maturity. They've been in the game. They've played the game. Even the younger dudes who are learning with us, they still have a competitive spirit, competitive fire, and they're all willing to learn. And I think that's the biggest thing. Being willing to learn is better than acting like you know it all, because when you think you know it all, you don't think you have any room for improvement. And I think for the most part with the team we have, everybody's willing to learn. And although we have times where I wouldn't even say we quit, but we make bad decisions or poor decisions, everybody's willing to learn. And for the most part, we don't take it personally when the coaches get on us, because we know that they want to win, just like we do.
And finally, what do you hope to get most out of this final season in college basketball?
I want to win. So, I've made it to Mountain West. I made it to March Madness every year. I made it to the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight in the Sweet 16. So obviously I want to win a championship. Of course I want to win a Mountain West championship, a regular season championship, but I want to win a national championship.
Thank you for your time.